Hi there, everyone. This is going to be a lesson for the song Octopus Garden by the Beatles, written by the one and only Ringo Starr. One of, I think, two songs that he actually wrote for the Beatles. First one he wrote, honestly, I really don't like that song. It's Don't Pass Me By. I really don't like that song. Octopus's Garden, it's a great song. So this is the one I'm doing the lesson for, not the other Ringo song. Don't like that one. This is the good one. So anyways, what we've got here is actually a pretty cool little thing. I think this was I think John Lennon was doing all the sort of Travis picking stuff, and then he kind of added that to the chords, and that's what kind of gave that sort of unique sort of guitar picking sort of part. So why don't we kind of dive into what's going on here? So first of all, we've got 4 chords that we're actually going to be using for the entire song. So we've got our E major, cool, E major, so, open E, 2nd fret of the 5th and 4th string, and then our index on the 1st fret of that 3rd string, boom, there you go. Okay, you also have a C sharp minor. C sharp minor, what you're doing is you're barring the 4th fret. I don't play that 6th string. I bar it just to kind of be safe, but I don't actually use it. Actually no, sorry, that's not true. You're totally going to use it because we're not strumming, we're actually doing the picking thing, and you do need that 6th string. So actually, never mind. You bar the whole thing, and then you're going to add an A minor sort of shape to that. What that is what we're doing is we're putting on our middle finger on the 5th fret of the 2nd string, and then ring finger on the 6th fret of the 4th string, and then pinky here on the 6th fret of the 3rd string. So that's your C sharp minor. You got your A major. I know that's kind of like the open A there, but we're going to be doing A major right here. So we're barring that 5th fret, and then we're doing an E major kind of shape with this hand. So you've got ring finger on the 7th fret of the 5th string, pinky on the 7th fret of the 4th string, and then after that, middle finger right here on the 6th fret of the 3rd string. And then we also got B major. To play B major, we take our A major, slide the whole shape up 2. And you got B major. So our chords are E major, C sharp minor, A major, B major. Cool. So what's the deal with this? What's kind of up with this picking pattern? So if you've seen already, I've made a video for Dear Prudence, and in Dear Prudence, I actually kind of go over the Travis picking style that they use in the song, but I'm going to be going over it kind of quickly again for this video. So there's these are sort of really basic Travis picking sort of picking styles, and it depends on what kind of chord you're playing. So if you're playing a chord like E major, if you're playing E major like this, if you're playing E major, or if you're playing, if you are playing it like that, or if you're playing like A major like this, or B major like this, those are all chords where sort of that main bass note of the chord is on the 6th string. So here for that E, you got that low E ringing out on that 6th string. When you're playing your A like this, you got that low A ringing out on the 6th string, and when you're playing B major, you got that low B ringing out on the 6th string. So because our bass note is the sort of bass note underlying the chord is on the 6th string for these chords, that's going to determine what the sort of pattern that we're going to use with our thumb when we're playing. So what's going to happen is if we start off with that, we're going to start off with the E major, just to kind of get, these are examples of this is how you're going to pick or do this sort of Travis picking method for chords where the bass note is on the 6th string. So what we're going to do is we're going to just start off with our thumb here. So if we're doing E major here, the thumb, what we're doing is we're going 6, 4, 5, 4. That's what we're doing, okay? So that's what our thumb's doing. Just that. And then with our other 3 fingers, we don't need the pinky. With these 3, we're going to assign them to the 3 highest strings. Index is going to be assigned to the G, or the 3rd string. Middle finger is going to be assigned to the B, or the 2nd string. And our ring finger right here is going to be assigned to the high E. So what we're going to do, we got that thumb going, right? Whoops, sorry. Okay, what we're going to add into that now, we're going to pluck with our ring finger. We're going to add our ring finger into that as well. So we're going to go pluck. Cool, just like that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add our index into there as well. We're going to go pluck. Adding our index in there. Whoops. And now what we're going to do is we're going to add in our middle finger right there. So we're going to go pluck like that. And then you just keep practicing that until you can get really fast with it. And that just comes with muscle memory. That's pure practice. That's all that there's no secret. That's the thing that's kind of nice. There's only one way to do it, and it's just by practicing. The downer is that's the way you got to do it. You just got to practice. But it's not magic. So that's how you would play the E major, the A major, and the B major. But now the deal is with that C sharp minor, the C sharp, is right there on the 5th string. So our low bass note is actually on the 5th string. So what we're going to do for this one is we're going to do the exact same thing, but now our thumb, instead of going 6, 4, 5, 4 like it did here, it's going to go 5, 4, 6, 4. 5, 4, 6, 4. And then you just add in what we did earlier. So pluck, pluck, then the index, and then the ring finger, or the middle finger. Anyway, comes with practice. You just speed it up. So, awesome. So that's sort of those picking patterns. And that's pretty much what we're going to be doing. That's what we're going to be using for the entire song. So we're going to kind of break it down into the choruses and the verses. So the song starts off with chorus. So the song starts off. We got E major there, and we start off and we do 2 E majors. So right off the bat, I'd like to be, and then C sharp minor, under the sea. You do 2 of them. So 1, 2, 2 goes. So E major, to be, C sharp minor, under the sea. And then we do 1 A major and 1 B major. In an octopus's garden. 1, 1. And then you go down 2 E majors. So all together, it sounds like this. I'd like to be under the sea, in an octopus's garden, in the cave or in the shade, something like that. Cool. So that's the chorus. 2 E majors, 2 C sharp minors, 1 A, 1 B, and then 2 E's to end it off. And then you hop into your verses. The verses are essentially, they're like exactly the same as the chorus, except you're going to do 2 E majors, so like, we would shout or something, and swim about the corals that lie beneath the waves. So the only difference that we're doing there compared to the chorus is we're doing 2 E majors, 2 C sharp minors, and then for the last 4 bars, instead of going A, B, E, E, you're doing 2 A's and 2 B's. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And then you just keep going. Cool. So that's the verse. Then when there's sort of that pre-chorus, the we would sing and dance around because we know we can't be found, or something like that. So you got some options here. So first of all, it starts off with that C sharp minor, and we're going 2, 3. So we're doing 3 full goes. Is we would sing and dance around. And what we're doing there is we do 3 full ones, and then on the 4th one we go dance around. And what you can do there, that you got 2 options. Either you go, either you kind of stick with those sort of bar chord shapes, and you go C sharp minor, B up here, and then down to your A there. The other option you can do is you can go C sharp minor, and you can do the B this way, and then you go down to your open A. You could do that. And then if you're doing that, so that's bar the 2nd fret, and then like an A major shape for that, for the B major if you want to play it like that, and then you just have your normal A major like that. And then, by the way, keep in mind, if you're playing your A major like this and not like this, that low A is now on the 5th string. So if you're going to play it like that, now you got to pick it like this. You got to pick it like you would the C sharp minor. So 5, 4, 6, 4. You got to pick it like that if you're going to do it that way. So that's the way that I kind of learned it, but I'll kind of try and do both there just to kind of show the difference. So it starts off with C sharp minor, 1, 2, 3, 4. So what did I do there? I went 3 of these, and then on 4, for the entire 4th bar, I went C sharp minor, B major. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. Or 1, 2, 3, 4. Right down into that, into our A major. So then, and then once I'm in my A major, I go 1, 2, and then I go up to the B major, and then I kind of go 1, 2, 3. I just strum it, because that's the can't be found, kind of like that. So all together, it's going to sound like this. So 3 C sharp minors, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Just like that. Or if I would do it the other way, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So that's the other way to do it. So then you've got those 2 options. So that's kind of like the pre-chorus, and then can't be found, and then it goes back into that chorus. I'd like to be under the sea in an octopus's garden in the shade, or something like that. What you are going to do though is when it's the last chorus, they hold it for a little bit. They kind of go, I'd like to be under the sea in an octopus's garden in the shade. In an octopus's garden in the shade. In an octopus's garden in the shade. Or something like that. So what you're doing there is after you go through the chorus, octopus's garden, instead of going back down to your E and doing 2 E's, you're going to go to C sharp minor. And you're going to do 2 C sharp minors. So 1. So, sorry, let me kind of back it up a little bit. So let's say we're doing our chorus, and we're getting ready to go back to what normally would go back to the E major. So we'd go, Octopus's garden in the shade. Instead, we're going to C sharp minor. 1, 2, we repeat it. In an octopus's garden in the shade. So you do that twice. So the first time you do it once, and then you repeat it. In an octopus's garden in the shade. And then the 3rd time that you go back, in an octopus's garden in the shade. And then you go back to your E major, and then that's where you end it. And one thing that I sometimes do is I I do something like that. What I'm doing is I'm just doing a B7. So all you do for the B7 is open E, middle finger on the 2nd fret of the 5th string, index on the first fret of the 4th string, ring finger on the 2nd fret of the 3rd string, and then my index on the 1st fret of the 2nd fret of the 1st string. So I might go. I do something kind of like that at the end, just for fun. So, yeah, so that's pretty much the entire song. We got the chorus down, we got the verses down, we got the pre-chorus down, and then we got that last chorus down as well, where just, instead of going real quick next and through it, you know, we just hang out on that C sharp minor once, hang out on the C sharp minor twice, and then this time around, go back to your E. Cool. So I think that's the entire song. So I think I'm going to leave it at that. Happy playing and take care.